Hi everyone.
Hi everyone.
Hey everyone.
Howdy everyone.
Hi everyone, it's Miss Abby.
It's me, Mr. Josh.
It's Miss Liz.
It's Mr. Josh.
It's Miss Elise from the Arden.
We miss.
We really miss.
We miss being in your class.
Sorry we had to postpone Cat in the Hat, but we all need to stay safe right now.
We have prepared this special video for you so that you can stay connected with the Arden.
Being creative and having fun is so important right now.
And we want to help you continue to keep trying new things.
So here is a video starring the Arden's very own Cat in the Hat, Doug Hara. I hope you enjoy.
We hope you enjoy it.
Hope you enjoy it.
We hope you like it.
We hope you enjoy it.
All of the pictures and videos you'll see are from our 2014 production. So don't worry, you haven't missed a thing.
The sun did not shine. It was too wet to play. So we sat in the house all that cold, cold, wet day. I sat there with Sally. We sat there, we two. And I said, how I wish we had something to do. Too wet to go out and too cold to play ball. So we sat in the house. We did nothing at all. All we could do was to sit, 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 sit. And we did not like it. Not one little bit. Hi, my name is Doug, and I am lucky enough to work, now and again, at Arden Children's Theater. I get to be in some of their shows, I get to direct some of them, and we were getting all set to do the Cat in the Hat this spring for you. You were going to be in school. We were going to send teaching artists to your school. They were going to teach you stuff, talk about the book, talk about the play you were going to see. Then you were going to come see the play. I was going to get to meet you. I was going to get to play the cat. But then plans changed, didn't they? So now what are we doing? We're stuck in the house, a lot like these guys. But it doesn't mean we don't get to have fun. So I thought, since I can't meet you in person, we could get together right now, just the two of us, or the three of us, or I don't know. I don't know how many people are in there. The however many there are of us, and I could teach you a few things. I could teach you some tricky things. I could tell you a little bit about the show, and we could have just a little bit of fun together while we're stuck inside. Sound okay? Oh, I think first a little change of wardrobe. Yeah? Yeah? Okay, let's go. One of the things you have to do when you rehearse a show is practice a lot of things. And if there's tricky things in the show, you have to practice those tricky things. And one of the things I knew I was going to have to do in this show was balance on a ball. Because the cat balances on a ball. So I had the Arden send me something called a rolling globe, which is a piece of circus equipment that a lot of circuses use, so that I could practice a lot in my house, even before we started rehearsals. So they sent me this globe to my house, and one day on my porch there was this enormous brown box. And I dragged it into the house, and I opened this thing up, and there inside, like a glowing yellow sun, was this yellow ball. Look at this thing. It's enormous. It's called a rolling globe. It's not like a regular ball in that most of the balls you're used to using, like basketballs and soccer balls, are squishy a little bit. You fill them with air and they get kind of hard and tight. This is just a hard ball. There's air inside of it, but it's hollow, but it's hard and stiff, so I could stand on it. And I did a lot of practicing. And now I can do it. I can stand on this ball and balance on it, and I'm going to show you right now. Okay? Here we go. Do you believe I can do this? I kind of didn't think I'd be able to figure it out, but I finally did. Here we go. Here we go. I don't know if you can see the top of my head. You probably can't. But don't worry. The top of my head is still there. I promise. So this is how I do it. I kind of keep my feet moving. And I do this a lot. I practiced this a lot before I was able to do this in the show. Don't try that at home. That's definitely not something you should try at home. But I do have some ideas for some tricky things I can teach you that you can try at home. So let's go do those. So, balancing things. Learning how to balance things on your finger can be really fun, but it takes a lot of practice and it's a little bit tricky, but it's not something you can't learn. Now, I've been practicing balancing things for a long time, so I can balance really big things like rakes and chairs, and I can balance this umbrella on my finger. I can hold it so that it doesn't fall. That is balancing. Now, I don't want you to practice with big, tall things that might break glasses, like umbrellas or brooms, although eventually maybe you could balance those things. But in order to learn right now, we're going to practice with something smaller and lighter. And I have this little flower. It's a fake flower, so if it falls or hits something, it's not going to hurt anybody or you. And I'm going to show you how to balance this on my finger. Now, if I just stood there, it's just going to fall over if I don't move. No matter how hard I try, it's going to fall. But if I start to watch the top of it, and just keep my eyes on the top of the flower, and I start to follow it a little bit with my finger, so that when it starts to fall, I'm following it and I'm keeping my finger under the flower, I can learn to keep this guy balanced. So those are the basics, but you might not have a little flower like this or something light and tall to balance. So I'm going to teach you how to make something. All you need are 2 pieces of paper and some Scotch tape. Okay. So, here's everything we need. 2 pieces of paper and some Scotch tape. I want you to take your 2 pieces of paper and we're just going to lay them end to end, short end to short end. And we're going to make one long piece of paper. Take some Scotch tape. Now this is the tricky part. You have this one long piece of paper, and you might need to get a grown-up pair of hands in order to do this. But you're going to start in one corner, and you're going to make a really tight little roll, and you're going to kind of go in that direction, and then it's going to scoot around to that direction, and you're going to end up with a cone. Now your cone might be a little bit different shape. It might be a little wider over here and narrower down there. And you're going to have this little flap at the end. You're going to add a piece of tape to keep it from unrolling. And then you'll have a cone. As long as it stays together and is kind of tall and a little wider on one side, you've done it. So, once you've got your cone, you can start to practice. Now you can put it on your finger, or you can put it on your hand, and you want to keep your eyes on the top, and you want to keep your hand moving a little bit. And that's balancing. And this cone is the perfect thing to practice with because it can fall and fall and fall. It's not going to knock over anything important. It's not going to hurt any people. And it's something you can make at home, super easy. So have fun balancing. Okay, so something else I loved to do on a rainy day when I was stuck inside the house and had nothing to do was spinning coins. You can spend a lot of time practicing this. It's a little tricky, but it's not something you can't learn. Maybe you already know how to do it, which is totally cool. Maybe you've never even tried it, which is even cooler because you have something new to learn. So I have a quarter, and I have a nickel, and I have a penny, and you can practice with anything you want because your hands are different sizes, and you might find one kind of coin easier than another kind of coin. I used to try spinning coins just by using one hand and flicking them, and I could never really get it to go because I couldn't get it to go fast enough. I know it's sort of possible, but it's not the recommended way of spinning a coin. The way I spin a coin today is I put 2 fingers on one side. I use 2 hands. Put 2 fingers on one side, and I put my thumb there to sort of stabilize it. And I take this thumb and I stick it on the other side. I stick it on that edge. So 2 fingers on this edge, and 1 thumb on that edge. You see? Like so. Then I just sort of like 2 fingers, 1 thumb, and I let the other fingers kind of come in and stabilize things. And I push my fingers together, give it some pressure, and then I flick. And it spins. You can do it with a nickel if it's a little easier. 2 fingers, 1 thumb, right? 2 fingers, 1 thumb. Push the other fingers in to stabilize it. Push them together. Flick them apart. And you can do it with quarters too. Really, any kind of coin you want. I used to do that for hours and hours and hours on rainy days. If you get super amazing at spinning coins, you can even try to stop it with your finger without it falling over, which is kind of challenging, but I'm gonna see if we can do it. No. Like I said, trial and error. Okay, that was exciting. Sometimes you try for ever, and it just keeps falling over, and then once in a million times it stops right on its edge, and it's super exciting. Spinning coins, something you can practice and learn. Here's the thing about tricky things. You fail at it a lot before you get good at it. You're gonna practice spinning a coin and you might not be able to spin it all day long. But someday, if you keep practicing, you're gonna be able to spin that coin, and it's gonna be really fun and satisfying. Same thing with balancing, same thing with anything that's hard to do. You have to practice it a lot before you get good at it. Have fun. Thanks so much for spending time with me today. I really had fun sharing all of that stuff with you. Even though our world feels a little bit smaller right now, we can still stay really curious about it. So stay safe wherever you are. Keep practicing tricky things. And I will see you next year at the show. Bye for now.